Hey guys, how's it going tonight? So far, all you've missed is me taking my camera through my phone through the kitchen and putting my apron on. And all I've got in my fridge tonight is, oh, by the way, this is, I'm gonna have to say this is a paid promotion or a sponsor promotion for the simple reason I am going to mention the shop that I get my food from, because earlier tonight I went round and asked them if they had any food on sale cheap, because I have a YouTube channel and I like to do cheap food. And the guy that was working in the shop kindly donated a couple of things to me. First, he donated the garlic flatbread. Put that away. I won't put this away because this is something that I usually have in the fridge anyway. Something along that line, some type of cold meat. And he also donated mini eggs. As you can see, they were reduced, but that doesn't matter because I'm going to be cooking them tonight. Now, I do already have cheese in the fridge, which I'm going to use. And I did buy some vine tomatoes. Now, I am going to be using these again tomorrow night, and I'm going to show you why it's important that you use vine tomatoes. But for tonight, I'm just going to take out a tomato and use it, slice it up and put it on my pizza. Even though it is only a garlic flatbread, tonight it's going to be a pizza. Now, chopping board. Chopping board. And I've told you before, I'm going to tell you again, always have onions in your house. This is why. Right. Now, I'm looking at this tomato, and if I'm being honest, that's not a tomato I would have bought in the shop. I'm going to have to cut a wee bit off of that because it just doesn't look right. Best to use a bread knife. A bread knife cuts through a tomato very easily. No, still not happy with that. There we go. That's when we got all the fresh bits left and all the bad bits away. I do have a food waste bin, people, so please try and keep your food waste separate from your recycling, if you're like me. Right now, I'm not making, as I said, I'm not making bruschetta tonight. I'm going to make a slight version of it. The reason being is, for bruschetta you really need red onions, and it does make a difference. I have tried. But tonight I'm just going to make a chopped onion, chopped tomato, and a wee bit of, I'm going to add mini eggs and lots of cheese. Right, there we go. Look at that. Look at that. I'm pretty sure you can see how much tomato I've got there. Right, that's more than half. Yeah, definitely. And I could eat that. Well, in fact, no, I won't. What I'll do is I'll cut it in half, and I'll give it to my dogs, because they like tomato too. War. Blue. What's this? Here. Come, my darling. Blue. Do you want it? Oh no, you'll get to scoff it here. There we go. Unfortunately, Blue didn't get anything worth it at all before she got to John Stephen hear my voice. Now, all you do is chop this tomato as small as you can. Like I said, a bread knife does make it a wee bit easier, but it's up to yourself. Whatever you prefer using, whether that be a cleaver and chopping it up like that. Here's the bit that most people probably don't recognise or wouldn't think to do. And take a look. You can probably see all the juices. We need to drain this before we put it onto our pizza. Might be a good idea to put the oven on as well, actually. 200. Like I always said, 200 is which I like. Right now, to drain the pizza, to drain the tomato, a nice sieve, and just pop everything into your sieve. Take a look, still juice coming out of that. Still juice coming out. Actually, I'll give it a little bit of a stir with a knife. I'm not rubbing it. I can do it here because it's over the chopping board. I'm not rubbing it, I'm just giving it a little bit of a stir just to get the last of the juices out. I really don't want any juices on the pizza because it just makes it soggy. In the meantime, I'll leave that draining as much as I can until the oven and the rest of my pizza is ready. In the meantime, I'll give my worktop a nice little wipe. There we go. Right now, and I'll give this chopping board, sorry, not give it, I'll pop it over here and get a fresh one because I'm going to chop some onion, pardon me. But before I do, I'm going to open the food waste recycling bin and close my kitchen gate so my dogs can't get in. Now, my favourite knife. Back to my favourite knife because we're cooking onion, or we're chopping onion now. Probably would have been better using a bread knife for the way that went through. Right, now, excuse me for a second while I peel this onion. I'm still here, people. I'm definitely still here. Now, I don't like the layer that's left over, so I'm going to take an extra layer off. Oh, and that just makes it look so shiny and gorgeous. And not only that, I don't need the whole onion. Right, here we go. I probably only need a half an onion for this, to be honest. So I'm going to cut down this way, yeah. This way, yeah, no. Earlier on this evening, I was having a conversation with my biggest fan. And my biggest fan just happened to say to me that one of the things that I should maybe be doing is telling you a few stories about myself. So, I decided that that was actually quite a good idea. So, while we're waiting for this oven to heat up, I'm going to tell you a story. And it's a story about my baby sister, my biggest fan. I'm not sure if this story is going to be rude or not. But I was one day, I'd just not long gotten with my girlfriend that I'd got with after I'd separated from my first wife. I was still technically married, but separated. And trying to get to know a few people and few neighbours and things like that. And the neighbour across the road from me and a guy I worked with wanted to go to a football match. They asked me to join. Well, that was fine, that was absolutely brilliant. Did you know that you can pour out this much juice and get 3/4 a bottle of vodka in there? Well, that is what we did for the bus the following that morning to go to the football. We were driving down to Hampton. Oh, sorry, the bus was driving down to Hampton. By the time we got from Aberdeen to Perth, I was pissed. Absolutely gone with it. I don't remember the football. What I do remember is hiding the drink that we had with us so that we could get it when we came out of the football. While I'm telling this story, I'm going to decorate this bread. And I'll take it over here so you can see me doing it actually. Where was I? Yeah. So, as I say, I don't remember the football match at all. I believe we lost 2-0. That didn't matter. What mattered was the fact that we had an absolutely excellent day. Now, at the time it was one of these, you didn't have smartphones, it was one of these phones that you could store maybe 36, 40 songs on it, at most. So during the bus journey back to Aberdeen, I put my music on my phone and I happened to fall asleep. Getting back to Aberdeen, I was still rather boozy, but in the mood for a party. And because we all had money and it was such a good day, even though Aberdeen had lost, we decided to go into town. Being 3 guys, we went into a strip club. Unbeknownst to me, my little sister just happened to be in that same strip club with a few of her friends. Now, this is a story about the very, very, very first time I had a lap dance. I was 25 years old. 25 years old, and the first lap dance I ever had was bought to me by my baby sister. How disgraceful is that? But that turned out to be one of the best evenings I ever had in my life. Not because I got a few lap dances, but because I spent it with my baby sister. And that is something I would repeat in a heartbeat anytime. One of the best nights I ever had in my life. Right, here we go. Now I'm going to spread some, going to use a fork. Now you see me put on some onion. I've got to put on some tomato now and spread it about. And I already know I haven't done enough tomato, definitely. Although that depends on your opinion. If you just want a slight hint of tomato, then this is perfect. Now, this is going to be a complete and utter experiment tonight. Balsamic vinegar. I should have added this into the tomatoes, but I'm going to take a try and just sprinkle a dabble on. Just enough to taste it in odd place here and there. Now, No doubt there's a few chefs or a couple of people out there. Oh yes. Oh wow. A few people out there will be thinking, oh, how could you put that much on it? That's disgusting. Just well, wait and see. When it comes to being drunk, you'll throw anything and everything on to your food. Now, I'm gonna add more cheese first. This is my problem. That click you just heard, that was the oven ready. But we're not going to go there yet. We're going to grate some cheese, put that over, then we're going to put some more toppings over, then we're going to put some more cheese over, then we're going to put some more toppings over, then more cheese, which means it's going to be another pizza pie tonight. So, I hope you like pizza. If I had it, I would be using different types of cheese for this. I really would, because I do think that different types of cheese on your pizza, especially a mozzarella is quite a cheap cheese, surprisingly, and it really is good on a pizza. But as I say, mixing any cheeses, every cheeses, I mean, I'm sure you've had a 4-cheese pizza and you can taste the difference. But yeah, I do recommend it if you have multiple cheeses in your oven or fridge, use them, because you will notice. Right, I'm going to throw the rest of this in the fridge because I don't need it at the moment. Into the tub. We do have tomato, we've got onion. Now it's time for bruschetta. Prosciutto, not bruschetta. And I'm only going to use 2 or 3 slices. Like I said, I've usually got some cold meat of some sort in my fridge. And it does pay to keep a cold meat in your fridge because you just never know what you're going to use it for. Come on. Hope you can see everything I'm doing here. Like I said, hopefully one day I will have a camera there or wherever, just to make sure that you can see everything I'm doing. And I've recently learned that the GoPro cameras actually work really well with the iPhones. I'm a bugger for product placement and don't realise it. Okay, I'm putting on 3 slices. I was only going to put on 2, but it is turning out to be 3. There we go. Right, I'll leave it the way it is. I'll put the rest of that back in the fridge. Use it for a sandwich or something tomorrow. So, we don't waste food in this house. And as for the pizza pie, we need more cheese. So that was a story that I wanted to tell you tonight. One about my baby sister. I will think of other stories. There was a story I got about a time I got into a fight with... No, I didn't get into a fight. My friends got into a fight in the town. As you do when you're younger and stupid, having a drink. But that's a story for another time. At the moment, I'm going to finish making this pizza. I really know what's missing from this mushrooms. But unfortunately, I don't have any tonight. Take a look for yourselves, guys. This could definitely be done with a lot more cheese. I'm still not finished yet. So please bear with me. Sorry, yes, I do have more cheese. Always have plenty of cheese in my house because you never know what you're going to need it for. Cheese, tomatoes, onions. But as my grandmother always said, if you have bread, eggs and butter in your house, you're never short of a meal. And I totally agree with that. That's the 3 ingredients that you need. Bread, eggs and butter. There's so many different things that you can make with that 3 different things. Write in and list how many things you can think of. Ha 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 ha. Now the finishing touch, sorry. This is going to be a weird one. The mini Scotch eggs. Now, I'm only going to cut these in quarter. And I don't care what people think, I love a Scotch egg. So I'm going to put a couple on. And then I'm going to put on a wee bit more cheese just to see how it tastes. Oh no, this is looking like a fat bastard's pizza. It really is. Excuse my French, but this is really looking like a fat bastard's pizza now. Have one more Scotch egg. Finish it off by covering the rest of the Scotch eggs with a wee bit of cheese before I put it into the oven. Another pizza pie tonight, that's a definite. Let me put that bit back in there. was going to eat it, but I think I'll give it to my dogs instead. Look at that. Well, normally I would, no, I am going to put it on a tray with paper. Save my oven, but first I'm going to put the cheese away and I'm going to cut up that Scotch egg that's left and give it to my doggies because they've been waiting long enough. There we go. 2 halves for my doggies. Excuse me a second, guys. Where? Blue. Here, darling. Here. Blue. Oh, fuck you. Right. Now, get the tray. I used to have a pizza tray, but God knows what happened to it. Oh, Blue, it's your own fault. You should have moved from the armchair. I've showed you this before and I'll show you again the cheats way of doing it. And keeping your dishes cleaner. Sorry, easier to wash. Now turn it over, fold over the edges. How long do you reckon we should do a timer for tonight? The amount of ingredients that's on here. The fact that the pizza itself takes 12 minutes. Scotch eggs. Yeah, I think we'll go for 19 minutes. Who wants to waste ingredients? Throw it onto your dish. Not that, that's burnt. Alexa, 19-minute timer.
19 minutes, starting now.
There we go. Right, now. No idea what I'm going to speak about now. Because we've got 19 minutes to pass. I could stop this video and then add on the next one, like I've done before. But no, I'm not an idiot. Fish should I speak about? I remember, as I said to you earlier on, one time I went out with my mate. Now my mate was 6'5" and we got into a wee bit of a scrap. Well, we didn't get into a scrap. A couple of guys got into a scrap with us. We didn't know any trouble. But we were certainly the type that wasn't going to back down for it. And not so much myself, but more my friends that I was with. This fight started in a pub and it carried on until we got to McDonald's. Now, I remember that inside McDonald's this fight was still going. Eventually the police came. Now, as I said, my mate was 6'5" and he wasn't exactly skinny, not at the time. But this shows you how pathetic things have gotten nowadays. This cop ran up to my mate. I mean, this guy must have thought, oh, I'll pick on the biggest guy and I'll put him down and I'll be boss. This copper was 5'8", and if he was a fucking inch taller, may God strike me down. He was 5'8" and he's standing there hugging on to my mate and he's going, lie down on the floor, lie down. And my mate's looking around him enough to say, what are you? What the fuck are you? Come on, mate, just piss off. Lie down on the floor. And even I was standing there 6 foot back thinking, are you for fucking real, mate? Are you seriously believing that he's going to move and lie down for you while he's scrapping like that? It shows you the mentality of the kids nowadays. Just fucking numpties, it really are. And it's the same with this fucking woke culture shit. Can't be done with it. I ain't gonna give you my opinion, not because I can without a doubt I could really get myself into fucking trouble. Because the worst of it is I didn't hear the quick responses. I'm the type of guy that would hate to think about the responses. Or, what are you eating? Sorry people, I'm hearing noises from my dog. And I'm just wondering if he's chewing. Oh, it's okay. He's chewing on something he's allowed to chew. Oh no, I said that was going to be 19 minutes. It was only 2-3 minutes ago, and I'm starting to smell the onion cooking already. And I will admit, tonight's meal is definitely not a fucking diet favourite. The amount of cheese it's on that. But there's also an amount of different flavours that's on that. And one of the reasons I love Indian meals is because there's so many different flavours through the meal. I mean, you're having your naan bread, your papadums, your onion bhaji, your chicken bhaji, or pakora, sorry. You've got that much different flavours in a meal. How could you possibly say that it's nae a good food? And that's probably why I've attempted making this pizza tonight, because I really do like to taste as much different flavours as I can. But that only works if it goes. So that's why I must admit Gordon Ramsay is a bit inspiration. I would definitely have to say a bit of an inspiration, because he sort of kens if it goes together. I mean, I'm just taking a potluck guess. I do like Nigella. I really do like Nigella, because the percentage of meals that Nigella Lawson cooks is very simple. Very, very simple. And maybe near the cheapest, but they are easy. And if I haven't mentioned this before tonight, I do want to point out this might be a paid promotion, because I did have free food from Balnagosk Premier Shop. I can't remember which number it is, and I don't know how. I did take a picture of the shop earlier on, and I don't know how to put a picture up while I'm speaking about this. So I'll just have to say it is Balnagosk Premier Shop in Torry. And about halfway up the hill, very nice people that serve you. Excellent shop. Recommend it to anybody. Do most of my shopping there. Let's have some fun. Echo, Alexa, how long to go on timer?
You have 12 minutes left on your 19-minute timer.
12 minutes to speak about something. Oh, well, I don't. Once upon a time I could have spoke to you for 12 minutes about absolute and utter anything. But nowadays, with the confidence that I've lost, I'm nae the person I used to be. So I do apologise for that. I could stand here rambling on a dose of shit about anything and everything, but I need ideas. And at the moment, my head's bloody blank, because I'm trying to think about something to speak about. you've probably noticed a couple of stickers on my fridge. I do have the Deathwish sticker on my coffee in my fridge, and I do have a Valhalla on my fridge. Now, I'll speak about them. I'll speak about Deathwish in the sense that it has got to be the best coffee that you will ever taste in your life. It's hailed as the world's strongest coffee, and when I originally started getting it, it was quite cheap. It was around about £40 a kilo, but to my knowledge it's jumped up in price quite a fair bit, which is why I haven't had it for a while. And Valhalla Java, the one underneath it, if I remember right, it's just a slightly weaker version of the Deathwish, but both taste absolutely lovely. I mean, you wouldn't realise you were drinking a strong coffee. Now, and by comparison, I have had Kopi Luwak. I've had that quite a few times. The world's most expensive coffee, or it was at one time the world's most expensive coffee. In my recommendation, I would most definitely go for Deathwish. It is the best coffee in the world. If you like a strong coffee but don't like it to taste too strong, Deathwish is the one you want. That took a minute or two. See how difficult it is to speak about things when you're waiting for food to cook, unless it's food you're speaking about. Yeah, now, like I said, typically I will try and do the cheaper things, but on an odd occasion, like the other night, I did have to do a steak, and the only reason I had to do that steak was because it had been in my fridge, it had been donated, and I didn't want to waste it. Now, I did have a question from someone asking me about that steak, if they could cook it just a little bit more, because they don't like it as medium rare as I enjoy it. Now, I cooked it for 2 minutes, 2 minutes, and then 3 minutes. If you want it medium to cooked, I would have to say 3 minutes, 3 minutes, and 3.5 minutes, or 3.5 minutes one side, 3.5 minutes the other side, and 3.5 minutes in the oven. But always remember, the most important thing is you've got to have your frying pan searing hot before you put your steak in, or you're never going to cook your steak properly. It's always going to come out feeling chewy. Doesn't matter how long you cook it for. The key to cooking a steak is the heat of the pan, really is. Pepper, do all your seasoning before it, and a good idea is leave your steak out an hour, maybe even baste it an hour before you cook it. Let that basting soak in, a bit of olive oil. But unfortunately, this person did say to me that they don't like using butter or cooking oil. Well, unfortunately, I'm sorry to say, but butter is almost an essential when you're cooking the second side of your steak purely for basting it. As for the cooking oil, I hate using that stuff as well, but you do need that for cooking the first side of it, because olive oil, pardon me, doesn't heat up the same way as cooking oil. I tried it with olive oil. It can be, pardon me again, it can be done, but it's just not the same. Which is the only reason I use as little vegetable oil as possible. Excuse me a second. No! Little buggers are hearing me yap and thinking they can play it this time of night. Pizza cutter ready, and we do need a nice large plate. Alexa, how long to go on timer?
You have 6 minutes and 40 seconds left on your 19-minute timer.
I'm trying to find there we go. The warmest place on my cooker is there, and you do want your plate to be warm because it keeps your food warm up just a little bit longer. And people, I do have to apologise that this video is a bit longer this evening. The only reason it's longer is because I do prefer doing uncut videos. Blue, you okay? Blue, you okay? Stop it, darling. Stop it. No, you're making Daddy worry. Yes, little bloody pest. That's what happens when you've got dogs. I'm doing my Keith Floyd again tonight. I'm having another drink while I'm working. Oh no, that was bad. That was almost on that product placement. I do apologise. It's cider and 11 tonight. I'm just not showing you the type. Said it before and I'll say it again. Why do I make these videos pissed? Because I don't have the fucking confidence to do it sober. If I did, I would be doing it every day. But as it is, I only do it 5 to 6 times a week. No, I do apologise. I do apologise, people, that I don't do videos every night. Purely and simply because it's not good for you to drink every night. And I can't afford to cook a fucking meal like this every night, to be honest. I mean, we're taking up mince for tomorrow. I'm going to be sober when I cook that. And I'll probably nip round to the shop for chopped tomatoes and passata. I've got the rest of the ingredients that I need in the house, and I'll make a bolognese. Now out of that, this little tray of mince, I will get 6 portions of bolognese. Sorry, maybe 5. But how can you argue with that? 5 portions of bolognese. What are you for a packet of spaghetti? 30p, 40p? And even though I'm a fat greedy bastard, I still get 3 portions of spaghetti out of that packet of spaghetti. For bolognese, I mean. So, but if I was to make mince and tatties with it, I would only get maybe an extra 2 portions out of it. It's just because of the extra things that you're adding in, i.e. mushrooms, onions, tomatoes. It does, every little thing bulks it up. If you want to put a pepper into it, put a pepper into it. I know it dilutes the taste of the mince and things like that, but it also bulks it up and makes it a cheaper meal. A friend I had used to give his kids, he used to make the mince and put in a tin of tomato soup, and that was his bolognese. That was it. The kids absolutely loved it. I mean, how cheap can you get, or sorry, how much cheaper can you get in just buying a pan of mince and putting a tin of tomato soup in it? If the kids love it, what's the problem with it? Me personally, it's just the little ingredients that I've already got. Okay, the very first time I make a bolognese, it's probably going to cost me about 10 to 12 pounds. But after that, I'm getting maybe 5 or 6 portions a time for just the price of the mince. And the mince I typically buy is £2.49 from Tesco's. That's not the mince I normally buy. I normally buy the full fat mince for the simple reason it's way better tasting when it's cooked. Right, I think we're close enough to check this pizza, to be honest. It sounds like my dogs are having a right little bit of fun. No, looking at that. Echo, Alexa, how long to go on Alexa, how long to go on timer?
You have 1 minute and 30 seconds left on your 19-minute timer.
No, I need at least another 5 to 7 minutes. Alexa, cancel timer.
19-minute timer cancelled.
Alexa, add 6-minute timer.
6 minutes, starting now.
We'll split the difference. I did say 5 to 7 minutes, so we'll split the difference. So, there's 2 stories you got told tonight. Now my problem is, I've got to think about the other stories I've got to tell you while I'm waiting for food to cook, and that ain't going to be easy because I ain't Billy Connolly. Like I said, I need ideas, people. I could go one disgusting one. No. Write in and let me know if you want to know a disgusting one. Oh, and I never thought I would hear myself saying this, but please like and subscribe. It does make a difference, especially to my confidence. I've gotten way more likes than I expected, but I would really like to have some subscribers to know that people are watching these videos. And I'm sorry, I do apologise if I haven't been the funniest tonight. Never my intentions to be funny, just entertain. The funniness is coincidental. Pardon me. What are you doing? Hey! Oh, it's new work. You might let alone you. Look at you two, you little pair of buggers. Look at the mess you've made. Sorry about that, guys. I just went through to check on my 2 children, i.e. my dogs, and I've just made a bloody mess in my living room, playing havoc. My puppy is 21 weeks old. I was wrong last week. Last week I said he was 21 weeks old, but it's this week he was 21 weeks old. And we'll show you him. Come here, Ruff. Come here. Stay. Come on. In you come. Come here. Come on. Is you're on camera already. And here we go. Here's Worf. Here's the big boy. He's going to be much bigger shortly. The little troublemaker, are you? Yes, you are. He's just a little troublemaker. And I'm struggling to keep him lifted up because, as you can see, he's a very big boy and getting way bigger. Come on, in you go. Blue, can you come? Come on in, Blue. Up. Up. I'm not going to lift Blue because she's quite large. Blue, come here. Up here, darling. Up. Up. Come here. Up. 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 Giro, keep moving. Yes, I am lifting Blue. There's my Giro, my gorgeous Giro Blue. She's a husky lurcher crop, and she's not exactly happy about being lifted up. Sorry, darling. I'm gonna, in you go. What do you brother? Hi. Yes, that's my two children at the moment. And unfortunately, tomorrow night I'm probably going to have to put my music up loud because she's absolutely petrified of fireworks. The last few nights I've had to have my music up loud. Alexa, how long to go on timer?
You have 1 minute left on your 6-minute timer.
I've just got a knack at asking when she's got a minute left. I don't know what it is. My favourite is when I ask and she's only got 10 seconds left. But because it's only a minute, we'll quickly have a bit of chat. The thing is, I'm standing here and you normally know when something's ready because you can smell it. I can't smell this shit. Not quite. Oh, but I'm definitely going to stop it. Because to me, that's a ready looking pizza. How's that look to you folks? Oh, that looks delicious. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, that looks the dog's bollocks. Stop. No, it's just a case of cutting it and eating it. And I ain't going to cut it in that plate because I know for a fact it's going to bloody slide. No, this is definitely how you cook a pizza. Any pizza. Especially if you want to crust the edges. Right, here we have cheese, tomato, onion and Scotch egg pizza. Now, I'm pretty sure it's going to taste damn good. If it doesn't, I've done all that cooking for fuck all, so it better taste good. Catch you later guys, remember safety first.